Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today I just wanted to take a break from all of the ranking videos that I've been doing on my channel recently, and go back to my roots with a K-pop opinions video. But since I had no opinions that I could think of right off the top of my head for this video, except for one which is actually what sparked this video idea, more on that later though, I made a community post asking y'all what are some K-pop opinions you guys have, and you guys delivered per usual. Thank you for all of the submissions, but let's get into some disclaimers because I quite literally have to for these videos. The same rules still apply as they do for all of my K-pop opinions videos. These are just opinions, meaning they're not factual, unless they are factual, and that will be stated. So if you're going to comment, please remember to stay respectful as possible, or I will block you. With all that being said, I hope you enjoy this video and let's get into the opinions. NMIXX losing their mix pop concept would not be much of a loss. They deserve to show that they can do more than just mix pop. A lot of people were saying things along the lines of this opinion, and I agree, but like not really. I feel like they should be able to show a bunch of different sides. Like it would be cool to see them try a bunch of different concepts. But I also think it was kinda stupid to debut them with that type of concept and not even keep it past the second comeback. Like it's one thing if you debut with, let's say, a cute concept, and then over time you kinda switch up your concept. I feel like that would only be right because you can't do cute concepts forever, or you shouldn't at least. But with mix pop, it's more of a sound rather than a concept, and I just feel like they should have kept NMIXX's title tracks mix pop. Maybe they could have promoted a B-side or have a pre-release with a different type of sound, like they did with Young Dumb Stupid, but their title track should always be mix pop, at least for right now. Like it's only been a year and they already switched it up. It's way too early in their careers to be switching up their sound, because they haven't even established it yet. Everglow is the only 4th gen group to successfully do the girl crush concept. I mean, not that many 4th gen girl groups are doing girl crush like that anymore, not that I know of at least, but I do agree that they absolutely slay the girl crush concept. Zikers is literally an 80s dude. I keep seeing people say this and I honestly can't see where y'all are coming from. The only thing that they share really is the fact that they're both under KQ. I feel like 80s is a more vocal heavy group and Zikers is a more rap heavy group. And I know that Hongjoong produced or composed one or a few of their songs. Either or, I don't know. I didn't look it up, but I couldn't see 80s performing anything like Tricky House or Oh My Gosh, or any of their songs. Even Rockstar. Like Rockstar has a lot of singing in it, but it just doesn't give off 80s vibes. And the only 80s title track I could see Zikers performing is probably Fireworks. Like they really aren't giving 80s. Giddy is Kepler's best title track. I disagree. Wadada is still the main slayer. People need to move on from NHIP's Border Day Carnival era, and let them expand as artists that can do a bunch of different genres. I agree, we get it. Drunk Dazed was an iconic era, their best era dare I say, but we're past that point. I understand that the sound change was a little sudden from Tamed to Blessed Cursed, but like not even though. The change wasn't that dramatic to me. They both equally sound like NHIP's songs to me, but I honestly just think people are waiting for them to top it, since they haven't yet. Cacao privilege is not a thing. It really isn't. I didn't even know people were out here saying that. Like what groups do you know is out here getting clout for the simple fact that they're under Cacao? No one. Being under Cacao doesn't have the same benefits and privileges as being under the Big Four. Please be serious if you're saying that to discredit groups. Very few idols suit blonde hair. I disagree heavily. I've said this before, but anyone can pull off blonde hair, and everyone should go blonde once in their lifetime. Me saying this as if I went blonde before. I haven't, but that's only because I don't leave my house. Once I get my life together and actually start going places, I'm going blonde. 17 is underrated. 17 is not underrated. Please be so serious. Honestly, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent at the end of the video because a lot of y'all were saying that certain groups were underrated in the comments, when they're not. Like they're so very obviously and clearly not. More on that later though. Super M literally has no reason to be a group in my opinion. I feel like SM did it for money. God is actually pretty good though. Isn't Got the Beat supposed to be like the girl version of Super M though? I feel like you can say this about both groups. Not that I feel that way though. I love Super M and Got the Beat. But of course they did it for money. It's a super group. You're putting idols from different generations in one group. I'm sure that money was the main reason to even create the group in the first place. Debuting young is fine. I don't know why people are getting all mad about it. It's always been a thing and I find no problem with it because they trained for so long and they chose that career. Okay, so let's break this down. People saying the opposite of this was actually the K-pop opinion I saw the most on the community post I made. Debuting young is like not okay. The K-pop industry is a very toxic industry, and I'm sure all of you K-pop stans know that. The whole community is watching and judging every little thing the idols do. That can be so overwhelming and tough on a child. Personally me, I couldn't imagine debuting at like 14 or something along those lines. Right now I am 18 years old and I literally break down over every single inconvenience that comes my way. Instead of being stressed over getting their homework done before 11:59 at night, which is already hard in itself, they're also stressing about whether they're going to debut or not, or if they're already debuted. They're in the studio late at night practicing constantly. It's a mentally and physically draining process, and no child should have to go through that. There are also plenty of examples of company mistreatment. Companies treating their trainees and their idols badly behind the scenes. Like once again, no one should have to go through that, especially a child. And the constant sexualization of minors and even grown idols in the K-pop industry. It's weird, it's creepy, it's inappropriate, and it's uncomfortable. I could honestly get into more, but y'all get it. Debuting children shouldn't be so normalized. It really shouldn't be a thing. Y'all keep voting for them children on survival shows though. Like let's start practicing what we preach. You can wait. I'm sure you'll probably see them again in the future. Zyker should have dropped Psyche or Oh My Gosh as the title track. I agree 100%. Honestly, any song on the album could have been the title track rather than Tricky House. And I like Tricky House, but I like all of the other songs on the album way more. Which song was your favorite though? Personally me, I love me a good drill beat K-pop song, so I love Psyche, and also Doorbell Ringing, and the dance to Oh My Gosh is just so good. Like I wish we could see the choreography in full just one good time. BTS did not pave the way. I know this is like a hot topic in the K-pop community, and K-pop stans are very split on this topic, but I gotta disagree. I do think that BTS paved the way. IVE has too many rap verses. IVE does not have enough rap verses. Maybe this is just me, but I really like the rapping that they have in their songs, and I wouldn't mind if they had a rap in all of their songs. Ballads are boring and should remain as B-sides. If I can't dance to it, I'm probably going to skip it 80% of the time. Honestly, I'm still on the ban all ballads train. Forget having them as B-sides. Throw them away altogether.
Wow!
Okay, so in this section of the video, I wanted to talk about a few things, and by a few, I mean two, because some of the opinions y'all were sending me really left me gagged. Some of the most comments I got were of people saying that 1780s and Treasure are underrated groups. Now let's bring up the definition of what it means to be underrated. Underrated means that something is not rated or valued highly enough. What does it mean for someone to be underrated? It means that most people do not recognize how good that person or thing really is. Those are the same thing but at the same time, different things. You gotta look at the context. 1780s and Treasure have millions and millions and millions of fans. Like everyone knows who 17 is. If you're in the K-pop verse at least, you know who 17 is. 17's songs are always being performed on survival shows. Like it's really not giving underrated. And considering the fact that 80s and Treasure are 4th gen groups, you can literally look up popular 4th gen boy groups and I promise you they will both be at the top of the list. Treasure is quite literally out here selling out dome arenas. As a 4th gen group, I don't think you could do that if you're underrated. Now maybe if you said they're underrated as individual artists, then that's a whole other topic. I do consider Dino to be underrated as a main dancer. When it comes to dancing, I never see people talk about him. I always see people talking about Hoshi instead, which they should obviously because Hoshi is really the main slayer, but so is Dino. And when it comes to Treasure's vocal line, Jungwoo is literally one of my favorite vocalists. Like his vocals are insane, but it's crickets when it comes to him and the Who are the best vocalists in 4th gen conversation. And also 80s' dance line can definitely use a little bit more love. Now that would make sense. but as a group, as a whole, 1780s and Treasure are not underrated groups. Now for the last topic, we are going to be discussing weight, so if that topic is triggering for you, the video is basically over after this, so you can click out of the video if you want to, but if not, please proceed with the video because I think a lot of people should at least see my point of view. Okay, so the way that so many people had so many things to say about idols' bodies in my comment section really blew mine. I'm sure y'all have all seen that video of Ariana Grande, but I thought that this topic is also very fitting for the K-pop community. I think that people should stop talking about people's bodies. I just think it's weird. I have never thought to comment and say something about someone else's body because it's genuinely just weird behavior in my opinion. You don't know what's going on with people and it's honestly really not any of your business. I just know that you wouldn't want other people commenting on your body. So why are you okay with doing that to somebody else? No, scratch that. Why do you feel comfortable doing that to somebody else? And it's okay to be concerned about someone, but certain comments can be very triggering for some people. And I think y'all should find better ways to go about expressing your concerns. Saying that someone looks sick/unhealthy or quote-unquote too skinny is not the right way to go about it, because some people are just naturally skinny. Like y'all seem to forget that, and using the excuse that you yourself is comfortable in your own body, and that you're healthy, so it's okay for you to be able to say something like that. Like no, it's not. Don't say that. I've seen someone say that recently, like it was literally the other day, and I just thought that was such crazy behavior. Because obviously not everyone feels the same way. That comment was very tone deaf. Now there's obviously more I can add to this, but y'all get the point. Please just think before you type or text or speak, because words most definitely do hurt.
Wow!
Okay guys, that's it for this video. Sorry that it got a little serious at the end. I just felt like I had to include that in because seeing people leave hella comments like that, it triggered me just a little bit. Also sorry that I cut the music there too. I really wanted y'all to actually listen a bit, because I know that the music can be a little distracting sometimes. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts on the opinions in the comment section, and I hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to send your support to Sana Yaya and Moon Hanbin on Fantasy Boys. And thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.
Wow!
Yeah, 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 yeah.